This is the 2020 all-new Ghost, and it is the most advanced car Rolls-Royce has ever made. Now, this is a big deal in the world of luxury limos because it's not every day, is it, that you get an all-new Ghost? After all, the last car went on sale back in 2009. So, yeah, this thing's probably going to be on sale for, well, another decade. So, what is new about the 2020 Ghost? Well, the simple answer to that is almost everything. This is based on an all-new aluminium space frame chassis, so it's the same chassis that underpins both the Phantom and the Cullinan SUV. What else can we tell you about this car? Well, let's just start with the design, because this treads a very delicate thin line between being imposing and not being obscene. I mean, this is a very reductive piece of design, and that's something the designers are very keen to stress. I mean, they could have gone to town with this car. They could have had bits of chrome all over, but instead, they've been really, really sensitive. They've been really delicate. They haven't gone over the top. This little line here, just at the bottom, this is called the waft line. I quite like that. It just kicks up at the bottom there and sort of means the doors taper in, so there's less of an arch and a sill to go over. Other things, well, it's got this this is actually purple, believe it or not. This little line here that stretches all the way across the body, done by hand, and it just accentuates some of the muscle to this body here. Now, under the skin, this car has, for the first time, all-wheel drive. There will not be a rear-wheel drive version, and under the bonnet, there is a 6.75 litre twin-turbo V12 from the Phantom and Cullinan. In this car, it produces 420 kilowatts and around 850 newton meters of torque, so it's going to be seriously quick. Probably expect a 0 to 100 kilometers per hour time of less than 5 seconds, and a top speed, well, 250 kilometers per hour, something like that. Now, as well as all-wheel drive, this car also gets four-wheel steering, and that should make it a lot more agile. And that's a good thing for these because, unlike perhaps the Phantom, these cars are actually driven by their owners. Hence why we expect a sportier black badge version to come online shortly after this car goes on sale. Now, more details to point out. This is really funny. I think it's quite cool as well. But this grille here, it's actually illuminated inside here, so it projects light down. It's kind of cool. Is it cool? I think it's cool. But again, they haven't gone to town on this design because where in a Phantom you get this big sort of chrome edge coming across here that makes the car look taller and more imposing. This thing is a little bit more delicate. It's a little bit more, well, it's just not over the top, is it? At the front of the car, you can also see some of its LiDAR sensors, and that's because from launch, we expect the Ghost to have level 2 autonomy that will be upgraded midway through its life to level 3. So that means on a highway, you can drive along with no hands on the steering wheel. But of course, one of the most important star features of the Ghost is what this car looks and feels like inside the cabin. And this car does not disappoint. So inside the Ghost cabin, as you would expect for a car costing several $100,000, it feels so special here. The attention to detail that has been lavished on this cabin is just incredible. There's some nice touches as well. I really like the fact it has proper old-fashioned chrome dials there. But in the middle of those chrome dials, of course, there's digital instruments. The other thing is the material, the fit, the finish, you just cannot fault it as you'd expect. And if it looks like metal, it's because it is metal. It's expensive metal. Yeah, it costs a fortune to do this sort of stuff. Nice and oily, precision too. It's just lovely. And as you hope and would expect, it's an absolute treat to spend time in the rear seats where I am now. Again, it's not tech-laden. It doesn't look over the top. It sort of blends this oldie world traditional craftsmanship with everything you need and expect if you're a busy working billionaire. It's also got the latest Rolls-Royce Starlight headlining, but it has a difference, and this really made me squeal with excitement. It actually has shooting stars, yeah, so every now and then you'll be looking up at the headlining and yeah, a little star shoots across. Isn't that sweet? So as well as making the new Ghost better to drive, faster, quicker, engineers are particularly proud at what they've done with NVH. Now, the glass, for example, this is triple glazed, it's 5mm thick. Then there's the amount of sound deadening that has been squeezed into every single orifice of this poor Ghost. This is pure Rolls-Royce stuff. This isn't any leftover parts from BMW. This is the attention to detail, again, engineers and Rolls-Royce has gone to make sure this is the quietest limousine money can buy. When the Rolls-Royce Ghost arrives, it should be priced at around $750,000 plus taxes, except no real customer will ever pay the base price for a Ghost. Expect them to add at least another $100,000. But if you're rich, you want the best. And with the Rolls-Royce Ghost, you're probably going to get it.